You can see you've got your Marleys on.
Yeah.
You need to zoom in and get these Marleys right now.
Nilikuwa dread sana nikasare nguo zote za kirasa. I was in my closet today. I'm like, Maze,
Hey, you're looking
no red, gold, and green in my closet anymore. But then I remembered I have my Bob Marleys. I was like, I got it.
fresh and clean. They're looking fresh and clean now.
I've had them for 10 years.
10 years,
Yeah.
and they're still looking that good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, I know you love Bob Marley like myself, so I had to have you on the show so we could talk about how much he influenced you as an artist, which are your favorite tracks growing up. So maybe we can start with what Bob Marley meant to you as an artist and also as personally as Nazizi.
Because like it used to be like all the time. I remember like Kala Mashaka coming to my house and they hear me listening to reggae and they're like, how are you a hip-hop artist? I'm like, you're either listening to dancehall ama unasikiza Bob Marley afu unakam kutushoweni hip-hop. So I'm like, it was always this weird relationship for me with reggae and especially Bob. I felt like he was guiding me, and even though I wasn't doing reggae that time, I still felt like his consciousness was guiding my lyrics. So that's why my lyrics were always more conscious and more about the youths and about like society and issues affecting us, and in a way that people would want to sing it over and over. So I think like for me he influenced how I write a lot, because I listened to him so much and I felt like he had so much to say. He had so many teachings and so much positive to teach us. And for me, because I was such a rebel at that time, I felt like when I get home, everyone I'm talking to, they're like, no, we're not talking to you with your dread and whatever, you know? So I felt like when I listen to him, I'm kind of with somebody who understands me. Yeah, and so I started listening to him long before I had dreadlocks. And so later on, I was like, you know, again, being the rebel that I was like, this is the way I'm going, inspired by him as well. You know?
Who introduced you to Bob? Like when you were growing up? Who?
My father. yeah. My dad is like this guy, alikuwa na bash kila weekend. Wow. And then we had like records, and for days, UB40, Eddie Grant, and of course Bob Marley. But I remember around when I was 12, 13, becoming a teenager, I started buying a lot of Bob Marley things, Bob Marley flags, everything Bob Marley, and like going through this whole Bob Marley phase. And then I started buying my own records and my own CDs, and then my dad was like, hey, I'm getting a bit concerned with your love for Bob, with this Rasta. I don't know where you're heading to, but this is where I was heading to, clearly. So there was a whole time when I had to even hide my Bob CDs, because I get pocket money and I go shop to buy Bob Marley. So I had to hide my Bob Marley stuff and everything so no one finds out. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, the biggest thing that I remember is I used to collect the documentaries, all the different DVDs for the longest time. And then in 2005, I was called to Africa Unite and was featured in the DVD. So for me, it was like, wow, dreams come true, because I grew up collecting the DVDs, and now I have one with me in it. So it was so cool.
Okay. Now, my people, remember this. If you would like to be a part of the show, One Love CTV, it's easy as that. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Let us know you want to be a part of the show, and we shall try our very best to make sure that the next week or the one after you are part of this show. If you also have any questions for Naz, feel free to hit us up as well. And hit us up as many times as you want, because she's going to be here for an hour with me, and she is free to answer just about anything. Now, let's go to number 8, which is by Robert Nesta Marley himself, Satisfy My Soul, followed by number 7, Eric Clapton. It is One Love. My name is Coco Sober Twendekazi.